Broadcasting live from the Albay PIO News Center, providing you the most exclusive news update from all over the province. This is 12 o'clock Newsbreak. In the local scene, the Albay Provincial Health Office received hygiene kits and other supplies from the Department of Health Bicol Center for Health Development. Regional Director Dr. Rodolfo Antonio M. Albornoz personally handed over 300 slim water containers, 50 hygiene kits, 1,000 doxycycline capsules, and 1 Aquatops box to PHO. According to PHO Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Health Coordinator Ryan G. Bonina, the supplies will be prepositioned for immediate access and mobilization during disaster response and operations. Bonina also noted that these supplies will be used only as augmentation upon the request of respective rural health units and city health offices and as the need arises. The donations, which come from the World Health Organization and the United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund, were turned over as part of the health logistics support following the effects of shoreline in the Bicol region. In other story, the Albay Provincial Health Office received 540,000 deworming tablets from the Department of Health Bicol Center for Health Development on Friday, January 10, 2025. According to Anthony Ludovice, Provincial Soil Transmitted Helminthiasis Control Program Coordinator, this is additional support provided by the Health Department for this year's Mass Drug Administration campaign. Ludovice explained that the tablets will be allocated for the next round of MDA, which will take place in the second half of 2025 as the distribution of supplies for the first round is currently ongoing. He also revealed that they are expecting another batch of deworming medicines and vitamins from one of their partners, Vitamin Angels, a public health non-profit organization dedicated to addressing malnutrition in underserved communities worldwide. In the national scene, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. discussed guidelines for programs and projects under the 6.326 trillion pesos national budget. During the discussion, cabinet officials Lucas Bersamin, Arsenio Balicasan, Amina Pangandaman, Rex Gatchalian, and Bienvenido Lacuesma were present. Pangandaman urged every government office, department, as well as agency to start working on their 2026 budget plans. This will be discussed and added to the 2026 National Expenditure Program, which will be presented to Congress later this year. All cabinet secretaries are invited to attend the budget call workshop that the Department of Budget and Management is hosting at the Philippine International Convention Center on January 27th. In other story, House leaders were not surprised by the large percentage of Filipinos who favor Vice President Sara Duterte's impeachment. A survey indicates that 41% of Filipinos support the dismissal of Vice President Sara Duterte due to overwhelming evidence of financial mismanagement. This response comes from Deputy Majority Leader and Representative Paulo Ortega of La Union's 1st District, as well as House Assistant Majority Leader and Representative J. Kungun of Zambales 1st District. According to the two House leaders, the survey highlights that Filipinos are opposed to the improper handling of the 125 million pesos in confidential funds allocated to the Department of Education and the Office of Vice President during Vice President Sara's tenure as Secretary. Several impeachment cases have been filed against VP Sara due to her severe failures, loss of public trust, and intentional misuse of public funds. In other news, Jesus Crispin Remulla, Secretary of the Department of Justice, has pledged to implement tighter border controls to prevent international fugitives from entering the country. According to Secretary Remulla, international criminals who escaped their responsibilities and crimes in their home or home countries will not find refuge in the Philippines. He has already directed the implementation of stricter regulations at all entry and exit points nationwide. Remulla also stated that the government would monitor international ports and airports in coordination with the Bureau of Immigration and other law enforcement agencies. The Secretary also issued a warning stating that the Philippines will closely monitor and pursue unwanted foreigners and international criminals but will not harbor them. And in the news outside the country, Los Angeles, California is currently facing devastating wildfires that have claimed the lives of at least 16 people. 11 deaths are attributed to the Eaton fire, while 5 fatalities have been confirmed as related to the Palisades fire. As responders resume their search in some of the most affected areas, authorities have issued a warning that the death toll may rise. The Palisades fire primarily impacts the Pacific Palisades region of Los Angeles, while the Eaton fire also affects Pasadena. The alert comes as firefighters begin to assess areas that have experienced significant wildfires, with reports indicating that up to 10,000 buildings have been destroyed. The extreme and dry Santa Ana winds, which are typical during the winter months, are believed to be the cause of the current wildfire situation. Experts also claim that winter winds are dry because they originate from outside of the ocean, hence their name, offshore winds. The Palisades fire is now considered the largest wildfire in Los Angeles, California's history. And finally, in the news outside the country, immediately following a devastating earthquake that claimed the lives of 126 people and damaged over 3,000 houses in China, or in China's remote province of Tibet, rescuers have been tirelessly searching for survivors throughout the night, and 188 individuals have been reported injured. As temperatures in the area are expected to drop by 16 degrees Celsius overnight, a large-scale rescue effort has been initiated to help potential survivors amid these harsh conditions. According to statistics from the U.S. Geological Survey, a magnitude 7.1 earthquake previously struck Tibet near Mount Everest at a depth of 10 kilometers, approximately 6 miles. Strong tremors were also felt in the parts of Nepal and India close to Tibet, and this earthquake is considered one of the deadliest to hit China in recent years. And that's all for the 12 o'clock news break, January 13, 2025. We'll be back tomorrow for more news updates. And thanks to our 12 o'clock news break writer, LJ Lurejo and Dan Rokyun. And on the technical side, Chad Bobis. Of course, our Provincial Information Officer, Mary Luduga Castillo. Happy birthday, boss! May you have many more birthdays to come. And under the supervision of our Governor, Baby Glenda Ongbungao, I am Greg Hallare. Thank you for subscribing.